In April of 2018, Smithsonian Magazine published an article. It was called How Poetry and Math Intersect. I'll put a link in the description if you want to read the entire thing. But in the article, it quoted some poetry that was created from the Fibonacci sequence in math. The Fibonacci sequence is as follows: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on, where each number added together is the next number in the sequence. And this has been used for a long time to create all kinds of things, mostly visual art, but it's also used for poetry. So here's an example of a poem that was written with the Fibonacci sequence. Kiss me again, tongue and lips, like Fibonacci sequence, each movement a spiral, enfold, unfold, a working through and against again. So you see what's happening here. It's one syllable, two syllables, three syllables, and so on. So this is what I used, in essence, to create this piece. It's called Through the Dark City. It's another piece in the Hash Art series. It is 24 by 18 inches, acrylic paint, custom stencil, hardware on panel. The poem that I used to generate the numbers that are used in this piece, the MD5 hash number, is the poem by William Carlos Williams called The Great Figure. It is a 32-word poem, which is interesting because the hash number is also 32 characters. And here's the poem here. So this is what I plugged in to create the MD5 hash, which starts with this A number. And like the other ones, I had cut them custom on a laser cutter. These aren't pre-made stencils. Also, the sequence of colors is also predetermined. This piece is built on a pre-existing work that I had quote-unquote destroyed. It was a piece called 5x4, and I'll show it to you here. For some reason, I didn't really like this piece. It's also a grid piece, but I did like the color sequence, and so I used this as the backing. As in the other hash art pieces, each stencil is screwed in with 2 screws, not 4 screws. And they are placed upper right, lower left. So as you can see here, the painting, the pre-existing painting, creates a kind of interesting color combination in context with the orange and the black. There is also a digital version of this. And this is it here. It was created, I believe I did it in Illustrator or Photoshop. So I took the photograph of the artwork and then used this 5 here is the 5, it's a very popular painting, and it was painted by Charles Demuth in the 30s. And I believe it's in the Art Institute. It's a fairly small painting, but it's just the figure 5, which was also inspired by Carlos's poem, The Figure 5. And I had also created a piece after this. It's not hash art, but it's a piece that's generated from this piece. It's like a child piece, and it uses the figure 5, and it's also a custom cut stencil, and it is size is 8 by 10. The paint is acrylic, and the number 5 is also reversed. If you see the number 5 with gold and red, and then there's a gray 5 behind it, so they're kind of intertwined, and the piece can also be inverted. For more information on this piece, please see my website, and the link is in the description.